Hello there, ShadowC here, and this time with a short video where I will explain to you how I came about to upgrade my 1.13.2 world to the new 1.14 version to continue with my single player series, which you can watch on YouTube and sometimes on Twitch. So in particular, I will be updating to the 1.14.3 version, which is, in my opinion, the first, pretty much stable version that we can play with most of the mechanics that are, good to go for you to build your farms and stuff. So the first thing I want to say about this is that you should have different versions of Minecraft separated into different folders, as I have right here. This is my Minecraft folder, and here I have the project folders, one for the creative and one for the survival world, and then I have some other games that I was playing offline, and then I have the 1.13.2 world and the 1.14.3 world right here. So that way you will have all of your save files will be separated into your different structures. You have your screenshot, your game options and settings and stuff like that. It's a really good way of having things organized. And the way you do this is, in case you don't know, in the new launcher, you have to go to installations. Right here, the tab, here's the play tab, is the default tab that you have in your launcher, and then you go to the installation folders right there, and here you have all of the versions of Minecraft that you have ever played or created. Now, if you go to the 1.13.2, for example, you click on it, you go to settings, and here you will have an option to select whatever folder you wanna play this on. So it will default to the default Minecraft installation folder, but you can hit browse right here and choose, for example, in my case, have Minecraft directory under the C drive right here, and then you create a folder right here so that you can separate your different installations. So that's one thing that you should do for the sake of making this simple. And I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna select the 1.13.2 with Optifine. That is my profile that I usually play on. I'm gonna switch to my ShadowC Plays, and here we are in the Minecraft game. It's windowed, so you can see it in my screen. So you go to single player, and here's the list of worlds that you will be playing. Now this is the world that I want to upgrade. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go to edit, and right away make a backup. You should always back up your worlds. I'm making a backup right now, and what this is going to do, I'm gonna show you in a second once it finishes. And the backup has been created right there, right? Backed up, 1.13 survival, size 231 megabytes. What this does is you go to the 1.13.2 folders, you have a backup folder, and here the game will store all of your backup worlds. Do this often, your worlds can get corrupted, you can make terrible mistakes. In this case, I'm going to delete this last backup right here, because as you can see, it's exactly the same file size as the one that I did yesterday. So if you go inside the backup, you have the exact same folder with all of the information for the Minecraft world. More on that later. Now, once you did the backup, I'm gonna jump right into the world. All right, so we're in Minecraft now. I have my webcam up again. And so what I want to do here is I want to delete everything that has been generated so far outside of my base. The reason for that is because I've been mostly playing only in this central area, right, this mushroom island. I did a lot of terraforming here. I built my farms. If you go down here, I'm in spectator mode, so we can go down and see that I lit up a lot of caves, and I have my strip mining going on down there. And so the reason why I want to update this is because the 1.14 has new villages, and I want to have all of those new, and for example, new flowers and stuff like that. So in order to do that, I'm going to follow a tutorial by Exumaboid that he posted, I think a few weeks ago, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description. So please go ahead and watch his video, it's really good. What he does in his case is he goes to the end dimension and remove all of the end islands that are surrounding the main island. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same technique that he uses, which is basically we're going to look at the coordinates of the part of the world that we've been playing on so far. So I'm gonna sit right here, hit F3, and you get some coordinates. I have -64, I'm gonna go a bit farther. I think I went this far, -81 and 76 Z, and Y is the 373. So you go check those figures right there, right below my face right there, and you write that down, and we're going to do something with them. So if we go here, this is a website by Dinnerbone. It's one of the developers of Minecraft. This is the tool that Ixuma showed in his tutorial. He has a coordinate tool that will show you in which file these coordinates reside. So if I enter -81 here, the y doesn't matter, and then I think it was 364, the coordinates that we have right there. And right down here, it will show you the file is r-10mca, and that is a file in your system, in your directory for that particular save, in which all of the information of those chunks reside. It's a collection of chunks that are in one region file. The R is for region, and so you write this thing down. We're gonna go for that in a second, but before we continue, I'm gonna go back to the world, and I'm gonna go right through to the other side diagonally. So we're gonna measure a big square right here where I was playing so far. So you can recognize here, this is my storage building, that is the small ravine, that is my house, that's my iron farm that is going to have to be redone very shortly. That is the beautiful coral reef that we haven't done anything here yet, but we're gonna do something soon. And so right about here is pretty much all of the area that I have covered by playing. So the rest of everything that is not contained in this square has to go away and has to be regenerated from scratch so that we can have the new villagers for 1.14. So I'm gonna hit F3 again, and I'm gonna write down those coordinates 196 and 675. I'm gonna go to the website again, and 196 plus I think it was 685 or something like that, and we get this new region file is 0.1. So that those two files are the boundary regions of the world that you want to keep. Back in the Minecraft folder, we're gonna click on the 1.13.2 folder where I have my games. You go into the saves directory, and I have right here the 1.13 survival. This is the actual place where my world is saved right now. So if you click right here and you go to region, right here, you get all of these files. As you can see, these are all of the regions that have been generated by the game. And you see, like right here, for example, you have the 0.-1, the one that we saw earlier, and then we have the 1.0, I think it was, or the 0.1, I don't quite remember it right now. But having this range right here that we've, figured this out on his website, we're going to write that down in a notepad file, which I have been doing before recording this video, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. And here's the notepad. So these region files are 4 regions that have been detected by the Dinnerbone tool website that I've shown before. Oops, that website went away. I want it as a background. So you have the website right here. We got 4 coordinates. I went to the 4 corners of the world that I had played so far, and it returned all of these 4 files. What I did later, I checked this out, like what is the lowest number and what is the highest number on the first row right here. And that goes from -1 to 0, and I write it down here. And then I check these numbers on the second column is 0, 1, 1, 1. So I guess it goes from 0 to 1. And then I wrote down a range. As you can see down here, it's -1, 0, 1, 0, and then it starts over -1, 1, and 0, 1. And this is the range of files that you want to keep in your save. Now back to the saves directory in my 1.13.2 folder. I'm going to copy this one right here. I'm gonna go, let me make sure I copied it, okay. I'm gonna go to the Minecraft folder. I'm gonna go to the 1.14.3. Now you see how this is useful to have the different profiles separated. There's another saves folder right here, and I'm going to paste the entire world right here as you just see. And I'm going to rename it to the 1.14 because this is going to become the 1.14 world. And double click here and go to the region folder. This is the overworld folder. If you wanna, delete something on the end or the nether, these are the folders for that. And you can refer to Ixumaboy's tutorial again, as I said earlier. Just check in the description the link, and he explains which one is which. But for now, we're gonna concentrate in the overworld, which is the only real thing that we have explored so far in the game. I'm going to delete every file that doesn't match our region range right here as we have it. So for example, 0, 0 is here, so we're gonna leave it. 0, 1 is also here, so let me just pull this through. And 0 minus 1 is outside of the range that we have right now. So we're going to delete that. And in fact, we're going to delete everything that every other 0, because 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, that is outside of our little exploration area or our little base area that we done. So we're gonna remove all of that, right? And then we are going to go to the 1 is outside of our range. As you can see, it goes from -1 to 0, so we're going to delete the 1. But -1 and 0 is within our range right here, so we're going to leave that. And the 1.1 doesn't belong, and -1 doesn't belong either, so we're going to delete pretty much everything else, right? We're missing one other file, which is, we have the 0, 0, 0.1, the -1.1, which is this one. This one stays. So we're going to remove that one. And then pretty much the rest of the files in these folders, can go away. It's basically 4 region files that encompass my base. So I delete everything. Remember, this is a copy, so you don't worry if you got it wrong. You can start all over. You can copy that other save again and, do your measurements again and do this again as many times as you want until you're happy with the results. But this basically will leave you with 4 region files with lay all within this range right here of numbers from -1, 0 to 0, 1, as you can see here. And so this is what is going to become our 1.14 survival world. So we can close this now. I can close this, and I can actually close this game because we're not ever gonna play 1.13 again, right? Right? I mean, come on. So we open the launcher again, and we select the 1.14.3 for survival. Yeah, this is the one. I am also using Optifine. That's your choice. You can choose not to do that. And that's the new loading screen, which is, now it's responsive and has a loading bar. And once it's done, we can see this is the new 1.14, and in this case, 1.14.3 version of Minecraft. We go to single player, and as you can see, we have the 1.14 survival folder right here, and it's called Shadows Plays Survival. It's the same name of the wall. But before we click play right here, if I click play right now, it's gonna tell me that you really want to load this wall because this is 1.13.2, and you can break it actually if you load it, just like that in the 1.14.3 version. So I'm going to cancel this right now. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to click edit right here, and I'm going to create optimize wall. I'm going to click on optimize wall. I'm going to erase cache data. So it's asking me if I want to proceed because stuff can get lost or whatever. We don't care about this. We have a backup of the wall, so we are going to do a backup. No, I'm going to click on I know what I'm doing because this wall I haven't played on. So I'm going to click on here, and this is, transforming all of the chunks into something that is going to be safe for the 1.14 to read. Okay, so this is done now, and I am now safe to play the 1.14.3 survival. Yes, I'm loading the world right now, and we are in the world. So chunks are generating. This can be slow. Where am I actually? Oh, there you are. That's my world. So that's the world right as I left it. So that's my little hermit hut right there, the ravine. All of my farms are here, the grass that I place. Now they're loading a little faster. There's a cart floating in the air. There you go. So this is the entirety of the world that encompasses my base. You can see the torches right there. Everything is left intact. But what is not left intact is everything else in the world. So we can go and explore now, and we're going to encounter the new types of villages, which I am now going to show you. And here we are, we're approaching the village on the sea. This is the same village that I've used to bring my villagers back into my base using the boat. And as you can see here, the generation of the village is slightly different. We have larger path right here. We have more houses, but we have every new feature of the 1.14 version. And oh my God, wow, this is amazing. We have a structure here that generated right inside of the house right here. And one of these guys has a trident right here which was just killed by this iron golem. Now iron golems generate on these villages, and we have the blue flower right here, as you can see. There's the new bell here, and the villagers are going to slowly get into their jobs, right? This one right here, you can see, is a farmer because he found the composter right here, and you get the new type of ponds right here with the ships and all of the new blocks for the builds, and the center of the town with this nice little fountain right here. Hi, do you feel constrained right now? Alright, this has been the short tutorial on how you can upgrade your worlds from 1.13 to 1.14. If you have explored a lot in the overworld and you want to delete all of that, you can measure the square of, you might have several places where you build stuff, and you can do it like, you can write down those ranges of the region files and make sure that you keep everything that you have built, but at the same time regenerate all of the worlds so that you can get all of the new items in the 1.14 version. So this has been Shadow C. Thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel for some more Minecraft. Make sure you check on that survival series. It's going to shift into the 1.14.3 version really soon, and I also do a lot of tutorials, and they are also going to shift to 1.14. I also do streams 3 times a week, or at least I try to do so. So make sure you subscribe to my Twitch account, which is listed right there on the screen, and check my schedule for when I'm streaming. I am going to stream on the Protect server. I also stream, when I work on contraptions, or just my, survival series for the now 1.14 Minecraft. So see you around, take care, and goodbye.